Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded. We have a perk point in smithing that we're going to have to spend here, and as I have predetermined beforehand in one of the previous episodes, it's pretty obvious what we're going to go for. We're just going to go for another point in endurance here. There doesn't seem to be that much really in this, because immediately adding one focus point to one-handed and two-handed, I mean, I never use two-handed anyway, and one-handed is only one focus point away, so once I level up, I'll probably put one more point in one-handed, and that will basically be it. So there really is no need for me to spec into this perk, and me gaining one additional endurance point is kind of useful, I guess. Anyway, this is where we currently are. I'm thinking I'm probably going to attack Lasand here. Hopefully I'm going to be able to catch up to him if I can. He seems to be making some slight errors in judgment, as you can see right there. He seemed to he almost got himself captured right there. Almost got himself into a battle. I'm actually wondering why this 190 army is not catching up. Who is this? Zoilos. Zoilos. Okay, I have no idea why they are not catching up. I mean, it kind of... It kind of beggars belief, to be honest, that these smaller parties are not capable of catching them. There we go. We finally caught up, and we're just going to do a nice little auto-resolve here. I don't particularly care too much about going into battles with much smaller parties like these guys are, because in the grand scheme of things, it's just going to give them more opportunity to make my game crash. And that is obviously something that I would prefer to avoid at this point. I really don't want to deal with those kinds of things anymore, because we had so many of those in the previous episode. I would prefer not to have that happen again. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not going to happen too often. If it happens like once or twice every couple of episodes, I don't really mind that too much, but generally if it happens... Oh, what's going on here? Okay, yeah, there might be a bit of a problem there, but yes, if it happens much more often than that, then I'm obviously going to be a bit irritated, and I'll try to rectify the situation. But I think it is, as I said before, it's either an interaction with a mod, or it is the fact that whenever a clan is defeated and completely eliminated from the game, it causes a crash of some kind. Because that used to happen when I didn't have any mods installed way back in the very first version of Bannerlord that I began playing when the first, when the first version of Early Access came out, basically. Anyway, the Guards of Liberatus are defending Altum Divita against Said of the Beni Zilal party of 130 size. So that is a little bit worrying, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but hopefully we are not going to lose Liberatus, because that's one of our best towns. So if we could maybe prevent that from happening, I would be very pleased. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm basically just going to go straight on in here, but I need to make sure that I'm using my appropriate weapon. Yes, you thought I was going to forget, didn't you? Yes, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Well, whatever the case, I thankfully did not forget this time around. I'm just going to make sure that we have spec'd all of our perk points, increases maximum track spotting distance by 20%. Really? Wow. Okay, yeah. This is terrible. This is a terrible, terrible perk, in my opinion. And the only thing good about this particular tier of scouting is this. When following a hostile party on the campaign map, you gain 2% speed bonus. That is, in my opinion, the only thing that is actually useful here. Everything else is kind of... I mean, who uses the tracking system? Do you use the tracking system in the game? Because I have never once used the tracking system. The only time I've used that is when I've been attempting to search for bandits or something like that, and I need to try and figure out the general direction of where they've gone. But for the most part, I never use the tracking at all. It's the same thing in Warband as well. I never use the tracking in that game either, except, again, if I'm looking to try and figure out where a particular party has gone to, and that's it. I've never really done anything apart from that. So... yeah, I don't know how effective tracking is if you spec into it, but generally I would say that it's not that useful. Anyway, I'm going to try and get a wonderful ladder. What? Are you serious? Come on now. Let's do it. Let's get that ladder up, and I'm going to go up there. I'm not actually going to go first. Ow. How dare you? I'm not going to go first here. I'm going to let some of my other friends go first. Why are you focusing me, you imbeciles? Focus on someone else. There we go. Now I'm going to take you down because you didn't do that. There we go. All right, let's head up here and see what we can do. As long as I don't get knocked off the ladder, I should be absolutely fine. But as we have seen multiple times in the past, even if I do make it up there, it is somewhat likely that I will get myself eliminated in some way or another, but hopefully this time around that will not happen because I have my new dazzling sword of justice and flashy lights and so on and so forth. I have no idea what it's actually called now. But yeah, it was some absolutely ludicrous, ridiculous name that I decided to go for. It seems to be doing some pretty nice damage though, I've got to say. Not bad. Oh! Why is... Okay. Never mind. I'm not... You know what? I'm not even going to complain at this point. I'm not even going to complain. That was entirely my fault. But why is there a drop in that area? Is it just so that the enemy can push off opposing forces? Or something like that? I have no idea. But that was crazy. That is actually super effective because you saw how much damage I took from that. Wow. I have very low chances of survival now. I thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm doing okay. My HP's all right, and you know, I'm not getting shot in the face over and over again and everything. And yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, we'll see. Look at this. I fell right there into that small little... Wait a minute. The wall disappears? Is that actually invisible? No, that is solid. But what if I move this way? No, that's still solid. It's just a graphical bug. But still. Yeah, I fell through that extremely small little gap in the battlements. Well, that happens, I guess. No! Sylvaned! Oh dear. Well, there goes our wife. She's done. I couldn't really do anything about that, of course. She, well, has a chance to die just like anyone else. But, yeah. I mean, me falling through the gap in the battlements, that pretty much says everything you need to know about how cursed this particular siege is. Seems pretty cursed to me. I'm probably going to end up dying as well in this one. Wouldn't you... Yeah, wouldn't that be hilarious if I literally end up dying at the exact same time as our wife? That would be pretty bad. What are these guys doing? You see these guys right here? What are they actually doing right now? They're just standing there, not doing much. Stab that guy. Take him down. Look at them. Oh, they're standing there because there's one guy, like, downstairs? Or... I have no idea. I have no idea why they're just standing there. That is very, very strange. I mean, generally the AI is kind of a bit weird sometimes in those kinds of situations, but still. I would prefer if they would actually do something useful. Okay, we got some people fighting now. Oh, it seems like they've finally become unstuck. That's fantastic. But now they are getting absolutely ganged up on, which is really not helping matters. Oh, got murdered. Alright, I got shot in the face. I did not die, though, I don't think. I did not die, so I am still alive, technically, which is good. Now, let me just speed things up real quick. We have not lost too many units. And that is obviously the main thing that we have to consider here. Obviously, with the speed up, the game is going to slow down a little bit as well now, which is somewhat unfortunate. I did see someone actually say in the comments that version 1.6.0 has just been released, and you said something like RIP or rest in peace or whatever, and I'm just like, wait a minute, didn't I mention that it came out in the previous episode, and that I thought it was really cool that the game got updated? I have no idea. Anyway, it seems like I don't know what's up with people. I say something and they don't listen. But there you go. I don't know. Maybe it fades into the background. You know, that's probably what happens. That is probably what happens, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. We are done here. This is Charas. Charas has fallen. And bear in mind, I don't know whether you noticed, but there's actually another army very close by to the other town that the Royalist Vlandians have, and they are also besieging it. So if we can launch this two-pronged assault against the Royalist Vlandians, we should have no problems whatsoever in completely eliminating them in this episode. And that is exactly what I was aiming to do, because eliminating these guys is really, really useful. I'm going to claim this fief just because it's a town. And I need to go to improve garrison. These guys, yeah, they're raiding this like no one's business. They really are. Let's put 345 here or something like that. Let's get tier 5 units. Generally, I go for tier 5 units in towns and tier 4 units in castles. I think that makes the most sense. And we're going to be selling all the prisoners. Thank you. And does it have a rather large amount of money? Not bad, not bad. The money in the marketplace is pretty decent, so we're gonna try and get a little bit of extra cash, because obviously in a previous episode I actually had to pay someone to leave me alone, and actually no, that wasn't that. Actually, that was the trade, wasn't it? Medini Castle trade. Yes, the Medini Castle trade. Okay, well, Sylvan has perished, which is very, very disappointing, but I couldn't really do much about that, of course. It's just all random. And we're just going to be putting about 20k in here, just so that everything gets built just that much faster. Very pleased to see that this particular town has level 3 walls already, so I don't even need to worry about that. And the loyalty is not too bad either, so pretty happy with that too. Anyway, there's Charas. We've taken it. And as you can see, we have Idrun. Idrun's army is attempting to take this town over here. Let's see what else is happening. Why did you just leave? Are you serious? Why are they leaving? I have no idea. Oh well, there we go. There's a nice little capture there for us. We're just going to let her go because, as I've said before, I really want to just maximize the amount of relation that I'm gaining all over the place, because I think in general that is in the end going to make much more difference than just taking them prisoner for about an in-game week, because an in-game week is really nothing in this game. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Survive. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it there in time. I didn't make it there in time, unfortunately, but this is hopefully going to be enough to, yeah, we might be able to defeat him. And I'm thinking we're probably going to go back to using the Lance of Destiny, because I'm not entirely sure if I really, I don't know. Did I really like the barge pole that much? Not particularly, and it's not even because it's not a lanceable, no, not a lanceable, not a couch lanceable weapon. That's not the reason why I don't like it, it's just because it feels less effective. I don't know, it feels like it does less damage. That's probably because of my timing being off, but generally it just feels not as good as the other one. So we're just gonna use this one again. I'm actually kind of low in HP. I'm a little bit worried about that. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let's do a little bit of auto-delegate with our cavalry, because we actually do have a significant amount of cavalry in comparison to normal, which I'm quite happy about. And we are now going to make our way over here. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, so now this is going to be a bit problematic. Oh yeah, these guys are going to kill me. These guys are going to kill me. If I'm not careful, they will take me down very, very easily. If I am overconfident with a couch lance or something along those lines, yeah, they're going to kill me very fast. But yeah, you could see right there, you see that damage? I don't think I would have been able to deal that damage with the barge pole. Like, yes, okay, you know, if I get the timing right, then I think I probably could, because that's just how it is, you know. In the game, if your timing is good, then your damage will inevitably turn out to be quite good as well. But generally, I don't think I'm suited to use something like that, because it just doesn't have the same kind of versatility that that this one does, which I really value quite a bit, because if push comes to shove and I'm off my mount, I might be able to use this lance in a martial combat situation, so on foot. I might be able to use it against another infantry unit. But that's very, very rare. But the barge pole, forget it. If I'm on foot, I might as well be fighting with my fists, because that's how effective it is. It's not really going to provide me with a huge amount of, well, anything. But this way, I'm much more likely to survive in that kind of situation. At least that's my thought process behind it. Maybe you disagree, maybe you don't. doesn't really matter, because at the moment, the only thing that matters is winning this battle. And hopefully we will win this battle, because we're actually pretty even. If you didn't realize, we're pretty even in terms of our combat strength and our numbers as well. Ooh, I eliminated the enemy vassal. Oh yeah, now I'm super worried about eliminating people actually, and getting them fatally killed. That is the main thing. I've just realized actually that me saying fatally killed is also redundant, absolutely redundant, because fatal or fatality is basically the same exact thing as being killed, because, you know, fatal wound, that basically means that you've met your maker, so to speak. Bang, you're dead, you know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing. But, you know, I can only be thankful that these guys are not hunting me down and saying that to my face, because that can happen. That can happen very, very quickly, and you're just not gonna know. You're just not gonna know that it's happened until it's too late, and then you're on the floor, and you know, your comrades are around you, and they're all fighting and everything, and it's just like, what happened? And then I'm just gonna be like, bang, you're dead, and that's it. You know, boom, headshot, as it were. But yeah, that kind of thing can happen pretty easily if you get yourself into a kind of sticky situation. You know, because I think that in general, if people have a really low relation with you, or if you push someone too far, they are going to go after you super hard. And that's the reason also why I'm tending to be kind of nice, and I'm letting a lot of people go and everything, because I don't really, in a situation, like, I think they probably will still chase after me if I'm in a bad situation, like if I have a weaker army or whatever, then yeah, sure. Of course, we're at war in that case, and of course they're going to try and deal damage to me in that point. But if they do end up capturing me in that situation, they are 100% less likely, even though there is still a chance, but they are much less likely to execute me. Which of course is something that I want to try and avoid at all costs. So that's also a reason why letting people go for goodwill's sake is usually a good way to do things. Anyway, there you go. We win the battle relatively simply, and we can now move on. And hopefully we will be able to maybe take this town. I'm actually not entirely sure what even happened there. Oh, why are there so many... What? There were so many prisoners here. What? What is going on? Wow. This is actually kind of insane. Okay, I'm going to take as many as I can, but this is extremely significant. Oh, yeah, it's because they defeated another army, isn't it? Yeah, it's because they defeated another army, and that's exactly the reason why we're running around with so many units. That's actually crazy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna rescue every single one of these. And then I'm going to distribute a bunch to my friends here. And I might call for a bunch of other people to join me. Oh yes. Oh, actually, Sylvan died. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Where's her army, by the way? Because I think that her army probably headed back to probably Charas, right? I mean, I think her army would go and disband into the garrison there, because I actually forgot that she perished right away. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit bad, isn't it? That's a little bit bad. Okay, wait a minute. Zoilos is right there, but that's just his party. Okay, fantastic. So let's go over here. Zoilos. Let's get him to join me, and we're just gonna go straight on in. And what we're gonna do is we'll build a couple of things, and because I have so many units, I'm gonna just send people in with just an auto-resolve. I'm just gonna auto-resolve it, and hopefully we can put our extra units to work that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Boom, done, and we've taken the town. Easy. And that is obviously then going to go to me once again, and I can put the extra units in the garrison, because obviously if I were to make my way all the way back to Charas, that's just not going to work out. That's going to be way too slow. I'm going to end up losing a huge amount of the units that I rescued previously, and this way that does not happen. So that's what we're going to try to do here. So we're going to upgrade 66 troops. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let's just actually upgrade all those, and then we'll go back into the garrison. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 units. And then I'll sort everything else out from there. So I'm going to start from the bottom here. And we're going to get rid of Tier 3. Oh my, there's a lot of people to sort out, isn't there? Yeah, there's a huge amount of people, but to make the strongest army possible, we really do need to separate the wheat from the chaff, as it were. And that is exactly what we're doing here. There we go. Thankfully, they're all in order as well. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but basically the game tends to order them in ranks of Tier 1 upwards from the bottom up. So basically it will start at, Tier 1, and then it will go all the way to Tier 6. And so you can quite easily find and order them in the way that you want. Okay, so there you go. That's what I've done. I still have a massive amount of units, unfortunately, in my possession. So I suppose what we'll do is we'll get rid of Tier 4 units now. So let's get rid of Tier 4 units. Which I don't really want to get rid of the cavalry if I can help it. So I will not get rid of the cavalry too much. And I won't really get rid of too many of the archers either, but I will get rid of some of the infantry, because the infantry are much more easily replaceable than the others. So there we go, that's what we're going to do. I still have a massive amount. Are you serious right now? Okay. I don't want to get rid of any more cavalry, so I'm going to swap out these guys. There we go. This is actually much more difficult than you think to get rid of these fellows. Okay, is that that's still not enough. Okay. I guess I will have to get rid of some Tier 4 cavalry then, even though I didn't want to do that. I have all Tier 5 now. Still? Are you serious? Okay, fine. Tier 6. Take some of these Tier 6s, you absolute idiot. Okay, yeah, let's just get some of these guys going, get some of these guys going, and there we go. Alright, so that... Oh, this is the best garrison in the entire world now. That is hilarious. Okay, so let's just do some training here. Let's go for Tier 5. Let's get some more recruits, even though they don't even need them. So let's just go to 315. And there we go. I guess that's pretty much all we can do here. Let's go and manage the town. Let's put some people in the reserve right there. Not people. Let's put some money in the reserve. And let's get some construction going as well. We are going to need it pretty heavily. And there we have it. Okay, so I'm going to wait here for some time, because obviously I did need a little bit of HP. And I should probably... Oh, look at that. I could give some units to Nathanos actually now. Yeah, he seems to be... he seems to have lost a whole bunch. So we should probably give him some that we have available. So let's do that. Let's go into the garrison here. I'm just going to take a bunch of Tier 6 units, and I'll just give them to him. There we go. That seems pretty good. Oh. Oh, I can't speak to him in the town. Oh, okay. Now I can speak to him. All right. There we go. Okay, so now we'll just give him a bunch of these. And a bunch of these. And we should almost be pretty good. There we go. We are already fine. And he has about 135 units. That should be okay for now. And I can always give him some more if I want to. But there you go. Alright, so that is looking pretty nice. Unfortunately, the war exhaustion for the Royalist Flandians is looking pretty harsh. So I'm going to try, if I can, to very quickly head over to this castle and try to take it as soon as possible. If we can take this really, really quickly, then the Royalist Flandians will have lost everything. And then they are highly likely to be eliminated completely in the game. And we'll see whether we can do that. Boom. Yes. Whew. Okay, we made it. We actually made it. Can you believe it? Okay, now let's go in here and see what we can do. I do have my dazzling sword of golden violence. That is what I called it. Just reminded myself. Oh dear, they've got some siege equipment. Okay, yeah, that might be a bit problematic. Where are the ladders? They seem to be along the other side, don't they? Thankfully, I can go through the water. I gotta say, I feel like the water effects look really nice in this game. Alright, there we go. There's the first of the ladders going up. Can I shoot that guy from here? Don't think so. No, he's got a shield up anyway. Are you serious? Did I just miss this guy twice in a row? Yep. Alright, I'll let myself out. That was probably one of the best displays of ineptitude that I've ever seen. And there's many. There's definitely many. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Oh, this is bad. Hello there. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump. There we go. Didn't take too much damage. In real life, that would have killed me, most likely, because those sharp little spikes on the floor there, that probably would have put paid to that, and I would have gouged out my leg or something on that. But yes, thankfully I don't have to worry too much about it at the moment. So let's just see if I can do some massive damage in the form of very small amounts towards these enemies. Thankfully, these guys are not really bothering with me too much. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, blunt weapons are really good against me because I have very heavy armor, and blunt weapons are really, really good at penetrating the armor value. So that's the reason why we're having some difficulties with these guys, but thankfully these fellows are kind of not really knowing what's up. So I can kind of take them by surprise. No, don't shoot me in the face. Thank you. This guy's using an axe. Should be okay for me to deal with him. Gonna bring out my crossbow real quick. Shoot that guy. Oh, I thought I would be able to get him beforehand, but no. Oh, if it hit me in the head right there, I would have been dead. So yeah, that was my mistake. Is there anyone up here? There might be. I'm going behind enemy lines pretty significantly in this particular siege. I like it. Ah, that seems to be it. There we go. They seem to be retreating right now. And there you go. We have completely eliminated the Royalist Vandians, which was actually pretty cool because I thought to myself, we might not be able to do it. You know, we might not be able to do it before the war exhaustion starts to kick in, but we were able to accomplish that feat with not too many difficulties. I'm not entirely sure whether I should even capture this castle, but I think I will, just generally because I own every single thing in this particular territory anyway, so I might as well, right? Might as well. Anyway, let's go for about 250 here, and let's go for tier 4 troops, and we're going to recruit everything there. There we go. That sounds about right to me. Let's put some things in the reserves, and we do have a number of building things already ongoing, so that's pretty good. And otherwise, there we have it. Okay, so the Royalist Vandians have been completely eliminated by the looks of things. Or they should be. They should be. Cross fingers. Let's hope that they are indeed eliminated, or at the very least, their war exhaustion is going to start to kick in, and then a peace agreement is going to be forced through. And Achaku has been... Look at that! Achaku has been executed by Simir. Ooh, now that's some drama right there. Anyway, Western Empire still at war against us, and their war exhaustion is very low right now. And there you go. There's the peace agreement being forced through with the Royalist Vandians, so we don't even need to worry about them any further, which is good. And otherwise, we're done. There we go. We're done with those guys. And we have now accomplished our territory expansion quite nicely. And I own every single one of these towns. So, yeah, that's kind of significant, I guess. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.